So good morning, members. So we are with very important topic, and to start the today's topic and the today's presentations, I would like to start with one शायरी, right? So कर्म भूमि की दुनिया में लकीरें तो भगवान देते हैं, कर्म भूमि की दुनिया में श्रम तो सभी को करना है, लकीरें तो भगवान देते हैं, बट रंग हमें ही भरने हैं, right? So why this शायरी? See, because the first sessions what we have kept, it is on the explore the image, explore the power of our image. See, being a chartered accountants, we are very confident, we are very much enthusiastic when it comes on the execution part and the technical parts. But when it's a matter of presentations, when there is a time to present yourself, as per my, this thing it requires some improvement. So today we invited Ms Shaifali Singh, on this very important topic, wherein she is going to enlighten us, or she is going to help us how we can add on to our CA brand, right? So welcome you, madam, and thank you for accepting our invitation. So now, so to start today's sessions, first we'll start with our motto song. So I'll request all the members to please rise in the seat. Now we'll run the awareness round. Thank you. Now, so without taking much more of time and to introduce our today's first speaker, I would like to invite our core group member, Ms Shaifali Singh. She will introduce formally today's first speaker.
Thank you, Jayesh Bhai, for giving me opportunity to introduce Ms Shaifali Singh. She is certified coach and soft skill trainer and image consultant. She has over 14 years of professional experience and specializes in human resources and organizational development. Along her professional journey, she has designed and managed, delivered numerous collaborative projects, coaching sessions, and training engagements. With 500 plus hours of training, coaching, and mentoring, Shefali has conducted over 300 sessions and has enabled transformation over 1,500 individuals. Ms. Shefali integrates a holistic approach in consulting that is focused on self-discovery and self-management is outcome-based and action-oriented. Some key projects that she facilitates are campus to the corporates, first-time managers, then managers to coach, acing to interview, and race for success. She facilitates transformation projects for both individuals as well corporates groups. She believes that she can achieve our desired success when we set our goals and are determined to invest our time, knowledge, skills, and all behavior. As you know, we are being CA, we execute our all the plans and all. But way of presentation, as said by Jayesh Bhai, so it's also very important. So she will throw some guides on that so that we can improve in that. And really, it's in case of appearance, behavior, communication skills in our presentations, is very important along with our exhibitions. So she will guide us on that. So now I welcome her to the digest. Thank you.
Now to present the moment, I would like to invite Jain sir and Mahesh.
इसको बंद कर दीजिए, मिनिमाइज कर दीजिए. Okay. All right. Good morning to you all. And thank you, Jayesh sir, for such a warm welcome, and to everyone else. Thank you so much. All right. So let me ask you a question first. When I say the word image, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Okay. What else? Appearance. Sorry? Appearance. Okay, appearance. What else? Behavior. Yes. What else? Confidence. Yes. Personality. The way you communicate. Perception about the personality trait of. Perception. Absolutely. Perception. What else? Right. So many things, right? So the image is so vast. There are so many elements that go into how we come across to others. However, before I begin anything, let's see how do we come across to ourselves. So I request you all, if you have a notepad, you can just take a quick note. If you don't, make a note on your phone or even make a mental note. So Write down quickly. How do you perceive yourself? Anything that comes to mind, the top 3 things that come to mind. Share, that's fine. It's for your own consumption. Yes. Okay, bloated image. All right. Okay. Moving on. How do others perceive you? Any adjectives coming to mind, hardworking or reliable, someone who's always there to help us. How do others perceive you? Something that you get to hear more often. So you may charming, yes. Absolutely. Now, the most important question, how do you want to come across? And this will be different. Come across as a reliable person or someone who knows everything, is the one person you can go to for all your solutions. How do you want to come across? What is that word? Because that is where your gap is going to be, right? You have an image of yourself, which hopefully would be a positive image, because if we are not feeling positive from the inside, no matter what we do on the outside, it is not going to make any difference. So we always start with ourselves. Okay, moving on. If you have written that, let's hear some of the challenges that we face in order to build this. How do we want to come across to others? It is important for us, absolutely important. And how are we going to achieve it? Some tools I will share today, of course, but it is for us to work on it. If we don't work on ourselves, nobody else will, right? Okay, so what are some of the challenges we face on how do we want to come across to others? Yes.
Some people are mannerless.
Hmm.
They talk to you in whatever language they feel comfortable, which you are not open to.
Right.
But since they are your clients, you ignore it for a while.
Right. Okay.
Some people give you undue importance also. They give you more importance than you actually deserve.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a good problem to have, though.
Why don't you? But that happens. Like, for a while I'm busy. So though he's giving you important people, right?
Right.
What we basically look at that you should be.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for sharing that, sir. The only thing here I would say is how others behave is not in our control. What is in our control is how do we come across to others? What is the image we want to form? And we will focus on that. What is what we can control and not let how others behave affect us. Because the minute you understand that, let's say their expectation is here and you perform here, you will be underrated. If you perform here, you will be accepted, right? But you are still you, right? So it's always the expectation of the other person, right? And how can you match that expectation with your image, which is your appearance, behavior, communication, and etiquette? So these are the few things we will be speaking about today. Okay, now we're going to just quickly, I'm going to show you some pictures, and whatever is the first thought that comes to mind, you're going to just speak that out. What is the first thing you notice in this? Noodles, okay. No, what do you just notice? Noodles, okay, yes. Messed up, okay. Plain. Would you want to eat this? Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Now what do you notice? Okay, spicy. What else? Tempting, okay. More presentation. But it's the same noodle. The other one was without any garnish. Now we've garnished it, we've plated it, and it's now the perception is changed. But it's the same thing, right? Moving on. What's the first thing you notice? What is it actually? Could be soap, could be tea, gift box. If I just show you this, would you be interested in this? You wouldn't even know what it is, right? Right. You don't know what it looks like. You don't know what's inside, right? Now, more appealing? Absolutely. And as much as we like to believe that, first impressions may not be long lasting or they don't matter, it's the knowledge that matters. Absolutely. It is the knowledge that matters. However, because the human mind is such, we judge people. It is inevitable. No matter how much you say, I will prove only with the way I, with the way I present my knowledge. The minute you meet someone for the first time, the first thing that happens is judgment. Okay, so talking about judgment, what kind of personality do you think this person has? Casual, what else? He wants to take on the world. Could be a gangster for all you know. Yeah? What if I told you that he's actually a doctor? What changed? His coat has changed our perception because now he's dressed for his role, his profession. Okay. Here, what do you notice? Today's generation. Right. So many things come to mind, right? Casual, too rich, yeah, too rich. So many things. What if I told you he's actually a CEO? Now, if you met this CEO in this avatar, would you take him seriously? He's still the CEO. Probably he's a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, right? But still, you would not take him seriously, right? But the minute I show you this image, same person, your perception changes, right? Okay, so we've already discussed about what is image, why is it important, right? And now we'll talk about how we can build it. And like I said in the beginning, nothing will work if your own self-image is not positive. So how many of you do negative self-talk? I'm so fat. I'm so this. You're good for nothing. Or any kind of, even something like, oh, you shouldn't have eaten so much today. It's also a negative self-talk, right? All of us do it. Sometimes we do it. Some people do it more often. Some do it less. Sorry. Share the screen. All right. Okay then. So the first thing you start doing is stop all this negative self-talk. Because if you don't have a positive image of yourself, no one's going to see you in a positive light because you don't care about your own self, right? So why should I care about you? And this self-image is how do I put an effort to make my image? Do I accept myself how I am? What is my ideal self? How do I really want to come across to others? And all this is what builds our self-esteem. Sometimes what happens is we have a lot of knowledge, everybody. We have a lot of skills. We know everything. But because of our poor self-image, we can't translate it to the other person. Because we lack confidence, or we're like, oh, what if the other person makes fun of me? Right? Happens? Or what if they misjudge me? So you have to be so confident with your own self-image that it reflects on the outside. And it is important because success happens when two things happen simultaneously. One is when you get an opportunity, and one is when you perform. So opportunity is like, let's say you have to go for a job interview or meet a client. That is an opportunity. Now, if you have that opportunity, and believe me, opportunities come across seldom. You need to grab that opportunity and perform. And that is where our success comes from. Okay, now let me ask you, how do you all communicate? What are the modes of communication we use? Okay, so face-to-face verbal communication. What else? Written. What else? Sorry? Gestures. Okay, body language. What else? Spoken language. What else? Eye contact. Sign language. So many ways we communicate. Facial expressions, absolutely. Brilliant. Actually, how many of us got glares from our mothers when we were children? One look and we know we are in trouble. कुछ बोलने का जरूरत ही नहीं है, right? So silence, of course. Now, 90% of our communication is actually non-verbal. Without saying, we say a lot, which is with all of the other things that you mentioned, right? With body language, with sign language, silence, gestures. All of this is all non-verbal, correct? Now, if today I was training, I'm speaking to you all, and if I would speak like this, okay, today we will speak about, and this is what we are going to do. I'm sure half of you will just fall asleep or pretend to take a phone call, go outside, and it's it. That's it. We're done for the day, right? So many things work together when we communicate. And I will show you how we can do this, because a lot of times we get stuck. Oh, but you know what? Mere English achhi nahi hai. I can't communicate. I don't know the right words to say. Why do we not know it? 90% to non-verbal hai na? We can work on that. Okay, so let's talk about it in a little bit more detail now. What, according to you, are the 3 V's of communication? Just 3 V's. एक तो हमने अभी बोला था verbal, visual, and visual हो गया, verbal हो गया, और ठीक है, in today's day and age, but 4 V's, एक फिर भी missing है, vocal, right? अच्छा, अभी इसमें से कौन सा ज्यादा, अगर हमको 100 में से % देना है, verbal, vocal and visual में, what would you rate the highest and how much % marks will you give? Visual is highest, okay. How much in %? 50, okay. And the others? 70 is for? Sorry? Visual, okay, 70 visual. Any other thoughts? Okay, so you all are somewhat right, and mostly, so these are the 3 V's, and this is how we segregate them. 55% goes to visual, 38 is vocal, and 7 is verbal. Verbal means the spoken words, spoken written words, right? So 7% ही है यहाँ पे. The rest is all what we can build on. All the people who give excuses, my English is not good, my language is not good, I can't speak. We can do so much on our visual. How do we look? What is our body language like? Can we make eye contact when we are speaking to everyone? That is all visual, vocal. Using the power of your voice. When you have to say something important, you could be a little bit more calmer so that people understand what you're saying. But if you have to make a point, use the power of your voice. And this is what makes your image. How do you come across to others? Voice modulation, the speed in which you speak, the pauses that you take, all of that. So we've established this, it boosts our confidence, we get better interpersonal skills, we build better networks, and that is one thing we are going to talk about today. A lot of us may be going to networking meets, yeah? To build our clientele, or we go for client meetings, we do that, right? So building our network, making sure that we are visible to people. ऐसे नहीं कि बस हम आए गए किसी को पता ही नहीं चला कब आए कब गए. Making your mark, right? So you can just note down these 4 blocks. If we work on these 4 blocks, this will be our entire image. Now, like I said, image is a very vast topic. There are a lot of things that we can work on. We'll speak about some things that you can take back today and start working on yourself. Okay? And we'll talk about appearance, behavior, communication, and deportment. Deportment is your manners, your etiquette, the way you stand, the way you shake hands with someone. Something so simple as that. The presentation, I could share certain toolboxes with you all, and that could help you to continuously build on this.
Some people shake hand as if they are giving you some favor. I just holding your hand very casually, very. Some people hold your hand in such a way as if they want to crush your entire. So, what is actually a proper?
I will demonstrate that, and when we come to your deportment part, and I will show that also. How you handle a handshake. What kind of messages that it can communicate, right? Anything you do communicates a message, right? Even if I sit and scratch my head here, I might just be like, feeling hot, but you might think, oh, bhul gayi hai kuch shayad, right? Anything. So it is every single minute you do something, it communicates a message. And that is why it is so important that we are aware of ourselves. Self-image. Start there. How many of you face this dilemma? क्या पहने, ड्रेस कोड, बिजनेस कैजुअल क्या होता है? अच्छा, फॉर्मल में जैकेट पहनना है, टाई पहनना है या नहीं पहनना है, राइट? अभी और फ्राइडे ड्रेसिंग, so many things, right? Absolutely. और फिर कुछ गलत पहन के चले गए तो I'm feeling so uncomfortable, I should have done this. Consciousness. When you're conscious, you're less confident, right? So the first thing is, tell yourself this, that I look good in whatever I wear. So consciousness तो आएगा ही नहीं. Thank you for that. And I'll tell you why I chose this today also in a minute. Okay? Because, sorry? Absolutely. No, if there is no effort, there is no output. So, simple things, you need to put in the effort. हम नहीं सोचते हैं इतना, we just ये शर्ट निकालो, ये पैंट निकालो, ये टाई निकालो, हो गया. And sometimes, maybe once or twice, वो भी करना पड़ता है. It's not like every day we'll be like prim and proper. It's okay. You see me on other Sundays, this is not how I would dress. right? But when we are speaking to people, when we are meeting our clients, then we need to make the effort. Without effort, nothing is going to happen, right? And why do we need to make that effort? How much time does it take first impressions banane mein? Anybody, any guesses? Seconds. कितने seconds लगते हैं? ज़्यादा बोल रहे हैं. 7 seconds. And there is a rule which says 7 seconds में people judge you on 11 things, right? कैसे दिख रहे हैं, कैसे आके बैठे, how did you smile or not, how did you shake your hand, did you come on time or not, what color are you wearing, why are you wearing this and not that, shoes, polished shoes है कि नहीं है, nails. 7 seconds में our brain is like, you know, tuck, 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 tuck. It buffers faster than 5G also, right? We make so many assumptions. Everything. No, it's absolutely right. Your financial status, your, you know, everything people will judge because we are wired like that. Now, like I said, हम दूसरे को तो change बिल्कुल नहीं कर सकते. We cannot. If we think we can change the world, we are wrong. We can only change ourselves. Okay? And 3 simple things we can do is smile. I have met people, and not here, but a lot of times I would go to them, smile. How are you doing? Hello, good morning. So either I feel I'm not wanted here, मैं चली जाती हूँ, right? Or you don't want to converse with that person, right? It hardly takes an effort to smile, right? And smile is contagious. आप smile करेंगे, दूसरा person definitely smile करेगा, right? Dress well. उसके बारे में तो अभी हम we are talking about appearance right now. So dress तो करना ही है और focus on the first 5 seconds. And how do we do that? By being appropriate. जहाँ हमें जाना है, क्या are we dressed for our role, goal? What is it that, who are we meeting? Are we authentic? अभी ऐसा नहीं है कि let's say we live in which ways you all live in Bombay. It's a hot city. अब ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता ना पूरा ट्रेन में ब्लेजर पहन के जा रहे हैं. We will feel so hot and humid. So it's very important to be authentic, right? And now if you don't like dressing in a certain way, let's say that, let's talk about an example for the ladies. That you prefer wearing Indian formals. तो ऐसा नहीं जरूरी नहीं है कि हमें वेस्टर्न फॉर्मल ही पहनना है. मुझे नहीं, मेरा पर्सनल स्टाइल नहीं है. Authentic आप जब तक रहेंगे, you will always feel confident. Attractive. अभी attractive में क्या होता है? Anybody wants to say हम attractive कैसे लग सकते हैं? रोज सैलून जाए क्या? Sorry? People should look at it, but रोज तो सैलून नहीं जा सकते ना. रोज तो we cannot be all prim and proper. So attractive is not कि you have to look beautiful. You have to look neat. Can we do that? We can have proper ironed clothes. The clothes should not have any kind of wearing like button निकल गया है, stain लगा है, right? We can groom ourselves, correct? So these are things that make us attractive. And this is not, every one of us can do this, right? हमारे shoes polished है या नहीं? अच्छा, एक चीज और होती है human mind की, that wherever you find a flaw, you always look there. अब अगर बहुत अच्छा किसी ने सूट वूट कोई पहन के आया है लेकिन शूज पॉलिश नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं देखोगे, you will just focus on that. If somebody is talking to you, उनके nails chipped हैं, ठीक है, वो कुछ, your attention will definitely go जहाँ पे flaw है. It's a human brain is like that. We can't do anything about it, but we can work on ourselves. That is the one thing we can do. And affordable. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमको जाके रोज shopping करना है and all. Think about what works for you and then invest in that. And if you follow all the other principles, you will never go wrong. So like I said, think about मेरे appearance goals क्या हैं? Whose personality do I admire most? Anyone जिसको आप बहुत admire करते हैं? Maybe I look, if I wish I also look like this, right? Okay. I mean, he's actually very neatly dressed if you really look at it. always prim and proper. Anybody? Absolutely. Amitabh Bachchan. Pick up personality traits that you like and what can you incorporate in your own dressing. अब ऐसा तो नहीं है ना कि हम बिल्कुल मिस्टर मोदी की तरह 3 पीस पहन के निकलेंगे रोज, नहीं हो सकता. But what about it? His appearance is neat, right? Most importantly, people look up to the way he is dressed and then what he has to say. And that's how, you know, of course, they are world leaders. They all have image consultants, by the way. So, वो सब चीजों पे अगर हम छोटी-छोटी चीजों पे ध्यान दें, we can do a lot. Sorry? See, okay. So you mean Mahatma Gandhi? Okay, that's a very valid question. It comes up a lot. Believe me, it comes up a lot in our sessions, and we have an answer for it. Some people, the way they follow a principle, right? And that principle becomes their personality, right? And that is an exception to the rule, right? आपके accounting में भी कुछ exceptions होते होंगे हमेशा rules में. Always there are norms, but एक दो तो exceptions हमेशा ही रहेंगे life में, right? So let's look at the norm. Let's not look at the exception. Like for example, Mark Zuckerberg will always wear one color t-shirt, gray. Same color, but he is an exception. That is his trademark. But he is Mark Zuckerberg. He is the top 5 richest person in the world. हमको तो हम basic करें तो better रहेगा, है ना? Correct? हाँ जी.
How do you take a call on that? What are you going to dress like? Are you want to become a commoner or you want to become a commoner by dress?
Absolutely. So people like now, let's say take an example of Ranveer Singh, right? We can't do like that, right? हमारे roles से तो match नहीं होता ना. So that is the other thing I was coming to. Whatever you do should match your role. आपका role क्या है? Are you leading this country? Is that your role? Then please go ahead and follow Mr. Modi. Are you an actor? Please go and follow Ranveer Singh. Role क्या है? Right? Goal क्या है? Goal is I should come across as authentic. I should come across as credible. Right? Do you want to come across as fashionable to your clients or credible? What is your goal? Credible, right? Fashionable होता तो फिर तो बिल्कुल अरमानी की जैकेट पहन के ही जाएंगे. Correct? हाँ, हाँ जी.
I just would like to share about.
Please go ahead, sir.
The simplicity came naturally to him.
Absolutely.
He did not have to show to others that he's very simple and. Throughout India, because he wanted to for country where the people are
Absolutely.
now my observation about actually when she was not the finance minister of the country. So that shows that she wants to put.
You're absolutely right. It's a very valid point that he's making, right? Now, if somebody wants to send out a particular message that you better take me seriously. So what is that? What I am wearing will also portray that, right? Now, there are times when I coach people, I am a certified coach. I actually wear specs. So kuch power nahi hota usme, but I wear that and sit, right? I am your coach, you take me seriously. And so many other times also we do the same. Do that with our children, right? When we are in the role of a parent, we are different. When we are in a role of advisor, we are different. So always focus on 4 things. What is my role? What is my goal? Where am I going? अब शादी में जा रहे हैं तो बिल्कुल ऐसे तो जाऊंगी नहीं मैं, right? Where am I going, right? What is it that I want to communicate to the people I'm meeting there? Correct? And that is when I spoke to sir, I said, this is the reason why I've chosen this. Because blazer kya hota hai? It adds authority. It says, I am a credible source who can tell you more about this topic, right? When we go to a more casual environment, we might not be wearing that, right? Office हम जाते हैं तो हम shirt pant पहन के जाते हैं या kurta या whatever we wear. So where am I going is also very important. What am I going to be doing there? What is the message I want to communicate? ये तो आप लिख लीजिए, role, goal, message, location. ये if you get these right, you will always make sure that you dress for it. So I think we are just diverting now because we are talking about us, the common people of our country, right? And we are not in that kind of a limelight, most of us, right? So we'll focus on how can we be better for our clients, right? हमारा तो वही role goal है, correct? So which elements do I want to incorporate? Now, like I said, already we had a good conversation around it. If there is something that I can incorporate of a person that I admire, why not? If it doesn't make sense to my role goal, I shouldn't. ये तो मैं सोच के कर सकते हैं, correct? अच्छा, अभी करते हैं. How will you dress for a board meeting? क्या पहनेंगे? Formal में मतलब क्या पहनेंगे? Blazer और tie. ठीक है. For the ladies क्या पहन के जाएंगे आप? साड़ी. ठीक है, fine. और क्या? Okay. A salwar suit. Okay, so we know that. Friday casuals में क्या पहनेंगे? Okay, t-shirt. कैसी t-shirt पहनेंगे? Collared क्यों पहनेंगे? Round क्यों नहीं पहनेंगे? I'll tell you why. Okay, dinner date. Most of you would be married, but फिर भी date पे तो जाते होंगे अपने spouses के साथ, है ना? Shirt and a jeans, okay. और ladies, you want to look nice, right? You want to be presentable. अपने spouse के साथ भी जाएंगे तो फिर भी थोड़ा presentable होके तो जाएंगे ना. Casual weekend lunch पे क्या पहनेंगे? Shorts, or for the men maybe polo neck t-shirts, round neck t-shirts, or okay, all right. Client presentation, formals, but किस तरह के formals? Blazer. Okay, ये सब में difference है. I'll tell you how it is different. Okay, off-site अगर कोई conference हो रहा है, out गोवा जा रहे हैं सब लोग conference के लिए, then jeans t-shirt, comfortable wear. Okay, there are a principle that we follow when we are dressing up. अब now we said हम client presentation के लिए भी formals पहनेंगे, coat pant. हम board meeting के लिए भी coat pant पहनेंगे. इसमें difference क्या है? Difference is how do you wear it? Do you wear same blazer up and down, same color? That's called a match suit. That shows more authority. That shows more credibility. It's the highest in terms of formality. But if you wear something like, now this is not a match suit, right? The color of this and this may be same, but इसका जो fabric है, इसका fabric है different है, pattern different है. So this is little lower on formality, right? अब अगर इसको blazer भी निकाल देंगे तो it becomes a little bit more lower on formality. तो ऐसे हमारे वो levels of formality होते हैं. The more credible you want to look, जहाँ पे बस मुझे दिखाना है I am the authority. There you wear a match suit, same ऊपर same नीचे. It goes for the ladies also, right? And if you're wearing Indian formals for the women, you can wear, like, let's say if you're wearing a sari, have a coat of the same color. Okay, so these are the 5 principles. Again, you can, this is a toolbox that I'm giving you. Line, shape, color, texture, pattern. इससे हमारे clothes बनते हैं. अगर हम ये follow करें properly, So we will never go wrong. Lines क्या होती है? Straight lines होती है, curved lines होती हैं, right? Colors होते हैं, dark colors होते हैं, light colors होते हैं, tinted colors होते हैं, pastel colors होते हैं. Every color has a meaning. Every shape has a meaning. Texture. When we go for a formal meeting, we usually go for saris. If you see, sir gave an example of Miss Nirmala. You see, she'll always wear cotton saris. Mrs. Indira Gandhi used to always wear cotton saris because cotton is a firmer fabric, shows more authority. Pattern. For formality, जितना कम pattern होता है, उतना ज़्यादा formality होता है. Sorry. Plain, straight lines. All those show more formality. I will again show it to you. So this is your scale from formal to casual. ठीक है? आप देख रहे हैं straight line. जितना ज्यादा straight structure आपके costume में होगा, उतना ज्यादा formality होगी. Right? जितना ज्यादा fluidity आपके costume में होगा, उतना ज्यादा casualness होगा. Right? जितना ज्यादा roundedness होगा, it's casual. That's why I said why not a round neck? Why collared? Collar कैसे होते हैं? Triangle होते हैं. Shape is triangle. Round neck तो round होता है. तो मतलब round is a little less on formality, casual. And you can be anywhere on that scale. यहाँ पे this is far end of the spectrum, right? Again, dull colors, pastel colors, ये होते हैं ज़्यादा formal. Bright colors, tints. इधर मैंने एक scale भी दिया हुआ है नीचे, जो bright, pastel, dark. जैसे जैसे हम ज़्यादा ऊपर जाते रहेंगे, उतने ही हमारी formality भी बढ़ती जाएगी, right? Firm fabrics. कौन-कौन से fabrics firm होते हैं? Cotton, silk, linen और organzas. ये सब हमारे firm fabrics होते हैं. Fluid fabrics क्या होते हैं? Chiffon, georgette, right? That is why especially this goes for the ladies because men के लिए काफी simple होता है. Cotton की shirts मिलती हैं. You guys are really sorted there. You are actually, and for the ladies also, when we are dressing up in a more formality, wearing more straight. कभी-कभी हम क्या करते हैं ना, वो हम साड़ी पहनते हैं, वो बिल्कुल जॉर्जेट वाली, सुष्मिता सेन types, but that is not formal, right? It comes, the more you move towards fluidity, you become more casual. Small prints are more formal. Checks are usually Friday dressing, right? And the larger the print, the more informal it is. वो हम गोवा जाते हैं तो वो बिल्कुल floral वाली shirt पहन के जाते हैं ना? क्यों पहनते हैं? Will you wear it to a boardroom? Why? It's so pretty. You won't, right? So that is the reason why we need to follow. If you follow the scale, you will get to know कि यहाँ पे मुझे कितना credibility दिखाना है. Okay? Now I'll just tell you like what I am wearing today, right? If you see the trouser is straight, it's a straight line to it. Right? Now this blazer is also got checks on it because I don't want to be very formal. Right? And then I did not wear a shirt because I also want to come up with how do you want to come across. So today when I right? ऐसा नहीं है because stiff. I want to be interactive, right? But I also want to be taken seriously, correct? So this is just think about ऐसे नहीं कि मैं पूरी रात बैठ के सोच फिर ड्रेस कपड़े निकाले क्या पहनेंगे क्या where am I going? What is my role? What is the location? I mean, this is a nice air conditioned. You have to give, we have to speak at places where there is no AC. Right? So think about ये चार questions आपके अपने
Coming to your point,
looking into that. So what did you observe from this house? This is a professional, generally professional person. But here all sort of dressing is there, chappal is there, phatabaji. Sari is there, everything is there. One should, I think you should suggest हम लोग भी अच्छे लगे.
सर एक चीज मैं आपको बोलना चाहूंगी that the first rule for me as an image consultant is that I don't judge people. No judgments at all. If there is something that is not working for you, and if you ask me, can you tell me what's not working for me? I will tell you politely what's not working. But that has to come from you. मैं नहीं बताऊंगी. हाँ, आप बताइए मुझे क्या, what is it that is not working for you? So it's very important that it comes from you. Because अगर if I go from a point of अच्छा इसने ठीक से हाथ नहीं शेक किया, अच्छा इसके colors क्या है, then I am not being true to the profession, right? Because the idea is not for judgment, the idea is for building. Okay? But then again, after this session, if anybody does want to come and speak to me, please feel free to. Okay, moving on. All right, so again, I've spoken about this. I'm just showing you a lot of dress code comes from the Western countries. We follow what works for us in our country. Okay, ऐसा नहीं है कि हम पूरा दिन कोट पहन के बैठेंगे. Doesn't work. We live in a very hot country. Again, what applies for you? ठीक है. अब मिस्टर अमिताभ बच्चन also wears एक उसके अंदर एक वेस्ट कोट होएगा, उसके ऊपर कोट होएगा, फिर स्कार्फ भी पहनेंगे. Remember, he is sitting in an air-conditioned room throughout the day with full blast AC, and that is his role and goal and location. It will not work for us, correct? Unless we are in that place and it works. So please always remember and never judge someone कि अरे ये board meeting के लिए आया, कोट पहन के नहीं आया. बेचारा ट्रेन से आया होगा, उसको नहीं जमा होगा कोट पहनना. So let's remove that, because the only person we can work on is ourselves. When we work on ourselves, everything else falls into place. Okay, some more examples. This is again an example of what is on the formality side. So we've spoken about this. Again, for the ladies, what is more formal, what is more casual. And again, for Indians, Indian formal, same rules will apply. Rule याद रखिए, line क्या है, shape क्या है, color क्या है, texture क्या है, pattern क्या है. ये अगर आपने देख लिया, line straight आ रहा है, वो हमारे वो straight कुर्तीज होती है, those are straight. उसमें हमने color अगर थोड़ा dark blue choose किया, collared है, नहीं Chinese collars होते हैं. All this is more formal than round necks. Yeah, if you are wearing palazzos is a no for. As long as you are in your house, you should not wear them outside at all, because they come across as very informal. So those are the ways that we can dress. Okay, dressing तो हो गया, लेकिन अगर grooming नहीं है तो फिर तो dress का क्या फायदा, right? और grooming में ये तो नहीं है कि we have to sit, apply makeup for 10 hours a day. And believe me, even men do that, so there is no judgment again. But grooming is important for everybody. And it starts from our head to toe grooming. How are our hair? Are they neatly cut? Are they, if they are long, are they neatly combed? Do we have flyaways? Minimal accessories. And I'm talking more from a client professional point of view, because that is our objective here. Things will change if we are going to a more casual environment, but professionally हमको ये चीजें देखनी चाहिए. Whether my facial hair is trimmed properly or not, if I have a beard, is it well kept, right? Nails short है कि नहीं है, या तो बहुत ही लंबे हो जाते हैं कभी-कभी. How have we kept them? And all of these things, makeup, minimal, well-fitted clothes. बिल्कुल हमने we think अरे हमको तो XL ही आएगा, हमने XXXL खरीद लिया. So it's not fitting, right? It's not that we have to wear loose clothes if we have body variation. Well-fitted clothes. Again, shoes should be polished, pleasant body odor. वो कौन सा ad है? Where Axe. Too much perfume, na, you like the other person next to you will faint, right? So minimal perfume. The idea of perfume is just to put it on your pulse points, here, here, and maybe behind the ear. If you're using perfume, if you're using a spray, then again, gently just spray it on your body. It does not have to be for the whole room. So those are a couple of things here. Any questions before I move on to the next part? Yes. Right.
Should be up shoulder and sit straight. So that body posture should be more important.
Absolutely, and that we will cover in the deportment. So appearance हमने अभी cover किया है. In appearance, I've given you the rules: line shape, color, texture, pattern. Where are you going? The 4 things: role, goal, occasion, and the message that you want to share with the person. These are some things that you can think about whenever you are dressing up, right? Level of formality, what is formal, what is casual. Sorry, you were saying? Dark colors are more formal. They are more formal, right? But it's not that you have to wear only dark colors, because shirt to हम white पहनते हैं ना. So it is about you have these shades also, जैसे pastel shades होते हैं. Those are also come into formality only, right? Okay, now moving on to our behavior. अब हमने, if we have seen कि we are looking very good, but जैसे किधर पहुंचे वो सिक्योरिटी गार्ड को बोला अरे चल इधर से हट, or we are not good in our behavior, nothing will work. It's not important to just look good. Behavior is also very important. Remember, how do we come across to others, right? So behavior में very simple, Dale Carnegie के नाम सुना होगा आपने. How do we influence people? We all have to influence people in, right? How do we influence people? Because when we meet somebody, the first thing they will look. अब फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन के ऊपर तो हम अपना पूरा बिजनेस नहीं कर सकते हैं. उनको इन्फ्लुएंस भी करना पड़ेगा, उनसे बात भी करना पड़ेगा, उनसे नेटवर्क भी करना पड़ेगा. करेक्ट? So how do we influence people? Firstly, be genuinely interested. And for this, I'm going to ask somebody to come and volunteer. We're just going to show genuine interest. Anyone? One volunteer, please. Okay, thank you, sir. So we are just going to demonstrate genuine interest. Was there genuine interest? मतलब मिल लिया, हाँ बढ़िया बढ़िया, आपको मेरा काम खत्म हो गया, मैं जा रही हूँ. Nobody takes him so light.
मैंने खुद देखा है, मेरे क्लाइंट ने ऐसी, उसको मिलने कोई आया था और मोबाइल देख रहा था, उसका मोबाइल उठा के बाहर फेंक दिया और उसको बोला for you to talk to me, you talk to me and not on the mobile. और उसने जाने के बाद उसका मोबाइल का खर्चा ले लिया.
सही है, अभी खर्चा तो ले लिया, iPhone 14
बोल दिया.
Oh, hello. Sorry. Hi, how are you doing today? Wow, I'm so nice. It's so nice to meet you here.
Yeah. Your session is going on great.
Thank you so.
Session.
Oh, okay. So it's Sunday today. What's your plan?
Session. Go and implement it. We try to implement it.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure meeting you. I look forward to meeting you. Right?
मैडम हमें ऐसा लगा कि इनको पहले का एक्सपीरियंस ज्यादा बेटा था तो ये बोलती डर की बात करेंगे.
It does not take a lot of effort, right? अगर हमको पसंद ही नहीं है then also right? Now can I have another volunteer? Thank you so much, sir. Your business cards and everything, right? So, sir, I'm here meeting. Always give with both the hands. Okay? And now all right. हम क्या करते हैं ना कभी कभी and it happens and it's happened to me very recently. अच्छा, hello, how are you? Here is my card. Hello, how are you? Here. And hand over. The first thing is do not hold for too long. Right? Firm handshake. 1, 2, 3. You can come in. Sorry, First, shake the hand, and I in the 21st century, everybody knows how to shake a hand, right? Everybody is okay, comfortable. Talking to, let the lady first give her hand. That's the rule. Okay, do not assume she wants to shake your hand. If she does not want to do it, it's okay, right? We give that respect. We can do a namaste, that's okay, right? But if you are in a professional environment, this goes out for everybody. Start coming out of your comfort zone, because this is the way that the professional world. Shaking a hand shows equality. You and I are on the equal pace. So when we come, hello, good morning. How are you doing today? Right. So what? Very nice. What do you do, Chintan?
I'm a chartered accountant.
Oh, interesting. So what part of CA do you handle?
Auditing, handling, and audits and taxes.
Oh, okay. All right. Now observe his body. Like he's just going to
Follow.
your hands are very important. So when you are using your hand, so you can either keep them sideways is also. Okay. The best thing is if you want to show yourself as confident. Yeah, right here. Okay. So how
the waist or the waist?
Yeah, right here. Whenever you're comfortable, right here. Okay. So how are you doing today? I'll tell you why. When your hands are right, when your hands are behind you, right? Anything behind, you're hiding something, right? Sorry. Okay. And hands behind is not. The late queen used to always walk with the hands behind because she is the supreme authority. Yeah, people in the army, the chief will walk, shows authority. We don't have to show authority when we are in a business environment. Both at equal places, right? If there is somebody who's senior than you, while shaking the hand, you can just bow a little. Good morning, sir. How are you? Now, what you should not do, you should never do a handshake like this. Right. What it shows is that I am lower than you. Right. So if you give your hand like this, what I will do is I'll do your. I am showing I am supreme, you are inferior. Never do that. Always straight. 1, 2, 3, and down. Okay. उससे ज़्यादा please और crush पर.
मैडम लेकिन ये 3 बार का क्या लॉजिक
Because he is an authority.
इनके साथ में
Sorry. Okay. This shows authority. I am in control of. Right? Yeah. But he's the authority, right? Right? So when you are going with that straight, if you are not going with that mindset, if early senior, which is fine.
particular protocol where you have to follow that.
When I give
You have to go down.
that's called a courtesy, but how to reach out.
That's all.
So, but in a business professional environment, taking a conversation, looking at the person. The right place to look at is on the tip of the nose, right? And not if I say. Good morning, how are you doing? So, how's your day today? Yours? Right. Making eye contact is very important, extremely important. Because if you don't look at the person in the eye, then he knows you're not interested. Right? So these are very small things. The whole thing should be chasing him. Absolutely. Sorry, you have a question? Opposite to what I have. Oh, we cannot change them, but we can change ourselves. आप सही पे करना. Okay. This is the only way we should shake hands. Form comes from the side because it has to be parallel. Okay, this is not. This is showing you are authority. This is showing you are taking. You are being submissive, right? हमको ये दोनों नहीं करना है. Generally, Mr. Ratan Tata से मिलने. But yeah, absolutely. Why not? I mean, it's our Indian.
Casually आप कर रहे थे ऐसी चीज doing something.
It's also our upbringing, right? We prefer to do a namaste. Namaste kar lo. But in a professional environment, I'm again coming. As an initial consultant, as somebody who's met a lot of CEOs.
Yes, yeah.
Right? आपको confidence तो लगना है ना? हमें कैसे? How do we come across to others? Right? Now, do you want to come across as somebody timid who does not know? क्योंकि वो तो हमारे हम पूरा सूट बूट होके आ गए लेकिन that is why it's important we follow. Shake a hand and it should come. We've spoken about all of these things. When we did both of these activities, be genuinely interested, smile, use their name. Very important to use the name. कैसे करते हैं हम लोग? अच्छा, आपका नाम क्या था? भूल गई मैं. So how do you do that? Keep using it in the conversation. Hello, Mr. Chintan. How was your day today? Okay. So Chintan, what are you doing next during the day? Using it, right? Recollect. Listen, of course. Listen with intent. Take interest. Make them feel important, right? Oh, yes.
So if that is not breaking up, so how should that start? If the other person is not offering you a visit card, how can you ask for it?
You can ask for it. So that's why I said first thing, have that pleasantly. We call it small talks. I'll tell you also how it is. Obviously, I will ask you a little bit more. Okay, so okay, you're in GST law. Okay, what have you done? What do you think about the new law? All of that. Then at the end of that conversation, you should come 10 minutes long. Say, and again, it's their prerogative to give it to you. It's not necessary.
You can ask, but you can ask, right? That's not.
You can ask, absolutely. No, it's an exchange. आप अपना दे दो, अगर first you should, right. So sometimes we also run out of cards. I also run out. Oh, okay, so can I just have your details? I'll take them down. Right? And generally in the business community, people know. Sorry, someone saying something? Okay, so if you are going for a networking meeting, they don't have it, they don't want to give it to you. Furthering the conversation, which is fine. आपने कुछ गलत नहीं किया है, उनका नहीं है.
बोलते हैं कि मैं WhatsApp पे भेज दूंगा या whatever.
अगर सेविंग पेपर मुझे अपना नंबर दे, ठीक है, आपका काम करेक्ट जैसे भी बने, बट पोलाइटली, राइट? Okay, so here we've spoken about these things again, finding common experiences, mirroring. Now let me explain, let me show this to you also. Can I have another? Like to volunteer? Okay. So we're talking about how do we build rapport. Now let's say we are meeting for the first time. Now, if you see that my body language is positive, you can mirror it. Mirror means you may. If I smile, you can smile. Mirroring body language. How are you doing? Then finding common experiences. Sunday आप क्या करने वाली हो? Oh wow! So, what is the plan for lunch today? I love that, guys. It's so nice, no? Something so simple, but Sundays we get. So what are we doing? We are asking open-ended questions and finding common ground. I could ask, okay, what are Christmas plans? And we should say, oh, I'm going there. Oh, I'm going there. I've been station with people.
You not like RPGs. So
You could, so it could be that you can say, oh, message, she says, I'm going there. Or, you could share an experience. And you could say, whatever questions you ask should be open-ended. If I say, are you having fun? Please say, yes, no. Okay, finished. Okay. Oh, that's happy you're having. Let's go get it over there. Those are the ways we build rapport and using their name, listening actively. ये मैंने अभी बात कर रहा है. This is all small talk. How do we do small talk? हमें लगता है इधर उधर की बातें क्यों करनी है भाई? काम की बात करते हैं. But it's important. So how do we initiate a conversation? I've demonstrated it. फिर भी I'm just giving you some quick options. Ask for their opinion. Also, what do you think about the new GST bill? Conversation start हो गया. Ask for the recommendation. Oh, you know what? I'm really liking that shirt you're wearing. किधर से लेके आए? Recommendation हो गया. Ask an easy question to answer. आज lunch पे क्या खा रहे हो? Easy है ना? So those are the ways. Give a genuine compliment. I really like that shirt you're wearing. It's looking so nice. The color is really complimenting you. These are the ways we start conversation. बात नहीं करेंगे तो बात कैसे बनेगी? है ना? फिर तो वो हो जाएगा. अच्छा, are you having fun here? Yes. Okay, bye. End of conversation. These are the ways you network with people, right? Even if you know the person, rapport building is extremely important. That forms our behavior. Again, ask open-ended questions, hypothetical questions. Do you think the government will change this rule? Hypothetical, right? Those kind of conversations. Talk about their kids. Like I said, oh, I like having lunch with my family also. What are your plans with your kids? But make sure they have kids. पता चला बच्चे ही नहीं है, पूछे जा रहे हैं, पूछे जा रहे हैं, ठीक है? Or you can talk about something which is local. Also, don't talk about controversial topics, because those are the ones that can get you landed into trouble. Okay, how do you start it? Do you like this? Have you heard about this? ये सब conversation starters है. Now again, you'll think कि हमको क्या जरूरत है ये करने का? But हम जब किसी से पहली बार मिलते हैं, if we are able to start, we are able to get that business started. क्योंकि now they're interested. हमने उनके That is your image. How are you coming across to others? Okay, now we have done our behavior. Any questions there? And yes, sir.
Madam, this communication, how are we fine? So can I add any adjectives?
Absolutely. जितना आप एनर्जी आपकी कॉन्वर्सेशन में लाएंगे उतना ही दूसरा पर्सन आपसे बात करना चाहेगा, right? So why don't you come here, sir? We'll continue this conversation. Can you give me a mic, please? Okay, fine. So, I said, okay, sir, how are you today?
I'm doing excellent, madam. Top of the one.
Wow, that's so nice. What is making you feel top of the world?
The profession,
Yeah.
your session.
Oh, wow. So what are you liking so much about it?
Generally, in this our study circle, we are having all our day-to-day topics, audit, GST. So this is something different. We are learning how to communicate, how to build ourselves.
That's
Personal development.
Thank you, sir. That's so nice of you to say that. Sir, एक चीज अगर आप कल से स्टार्ट करेंगे तो क्या?
अपने आप में इन्वेस्ट करूंगा टाइम.
Very nice, sir. I'm so happy to hear that.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you so much, sir. अभी क्या उन्होंने से एक ही चीज बोली है. Very good. That's so fantastic about it. Life में यहाँ पे नहीं. The other person is a human being. Least thing you can do is show kindness. उससे ज़्यादा कोई आपसे एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करता है. इससे थोड़ा सा काइंड वर्ड्स. कभी ऐसे भी होता है कि हमको उस पर्सन से बात नहीं कितना बात करेंगे, but थोड़ा काइंडनेस doesn't take how much time does it take? Hardly a minute, right? बाकी सब तो ये तो होना ही रहेगा. Treat yourself well and treat others well. Okay, anything else? Okay, ठीक है. Communication. आपके पास पेपर पेन है क्या? किसके पास है? ना सबके पास. मैं आपको कुछ instructions देने वाली हूँ. You have to write it down, or rather do as I say. Okay? And you can't ask me any questions. That is the only rule, and I will not repeat myself unless I want to. Okay? Draw a rectangle. 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 Divide it into two. आपको ऊपर वाले रेक्टेंगल में ना एक डायमंड बना दूं. डायमंड होता है ना, डायमंड वैसे डायमंड बना दो. अच्छा, मैं भूल गई बोलना, वो डायमंड ना बीच में बनाना था. रेक्टेंगल बनाया ना, उसमें नीचे एक राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल बना दो, लेकिन लेफ्ट साइड में बनाना. राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल लेफ्ट साइड में नीचे वाली तरफ. बहुत क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शंस दे रहे हो मैं. और उसके राइट साइड पे मेक अ स्क्वायर. अभी स्क्वायर के आगे चारों तरफ आप सर्कल बना दो. अच्छा, वो नीचे वाली तरफ में ना जस्ट मेक अ स्टार. Oh, I'm so sorry, गलती हो गई. स्टार को मिटा दो. रिमूव इट. सॉरी, आई मेड अ मिस्टेक. वो ऊपर ना एक और रेक्टेंगल बना दो. Done everyone? Okay. ये बनाना था, किसने बनाया? Because my instructions also so clear, no? I said make a rectangle, divide it, make a square. But what is clear to me is not clear to you. मैंने तो बिल्कुल स्पष्ट भाषा में बोला, इंग्लिश में भी बोला, हिंदी में भी बोला, but still my message was not translated in the way I wanted you to understand it, and that is what is communication. If we don't get the message across to the other person in the way it is intended for them to understand, there is miscommunication. Always remember. And in order for you to have proper communication, these are the 8 C's. And we're a little out of time, so I'm not going to go through them. You can take a screenshot, and I will also share the tools with you all. I'll share it with Jayesh sir, and he'll share it with you all. So we've done this. We've spoken about body language, vocalics, and content. आपका content बहुत important होता है. अब body like for example, now we're talking about public speaking because a lot of us may have to speak. और public speaking ये नहीं होती है कि I'm talking to a large group of people, right? Boardroom में भी public speaking करना पड़ता है, presentation करना पड़ता है, right? अब ठीक है, मैंने body language, I came here बिल्कुल suit boot में, and body language is brilliant. बहुत मैंने प्रैक्टिस किया है, वोकल भी अच्छी है, अच्छी लाउड वॉइस है, क्या करना है, राइट? So all these things matter. Make sure that whenever you are presenting yourself to others, हमने ये सब चीजों पे concentrate करना है. और हम वो कैसे करते हैं? आप क्या आइडिया देने वाले हो? What are you going to speak about? Today I'm going to speak about how you come across to others. आपको आपकी image कैसे powerful कर सकते हैं? My idea to you is this. I am translating that idea to you. Curiosity भी थोड़ी build कर सकते हैं. आपका structure होना चाहिए, आप क्या बोल रहे हो? Like for example, I am going with the structure of ABCD: appearance, behavior, communication and deportment. तो एक structure है, एक narrative है. And then इसको मैंने टेस्ट भी किया है, ये प्रेजेंटेशन मैंने पहले भी किया है. I have tested it out with the audience. I know it works. Some places it works, some things may not work, but वो tweak कर सकते हैं हम, right? So that is how we make our public speeches better. And listening is the most important thing. हम बोलते ज़्यादा हैं, सुनते कम हैं. Correct? So do not never give up on your listening. Don't be the one. Don't always be the one who wants to speak. आप listen करोगे ना, तो you will get more information. Because हम क्या करते हैं ना, अच्छा आपने ये बोल दिया, अब मुझे respond करना है. I have to give you an answer right now to what you are asking. Problem तो मैं समझा ही नहीं, right? So always listen with intent. Because हम लोग इतना distracted रहते हैं, we are distracted most of the times. We think so fast, we speak so fast that we forget that listening to the other person is extremely important. And in communication, listening is most important. We think speaking is most important, but no. Listen. And how do you listen? I have demonstrated all this to you. In bits and pieces, we are doing some things here and there as well. Face the speaker, like when I was talking to Mr. Chintan here, facing him, eye contact, maintaining that eye contact, breaking gaze when we need to. So even when we are speaking in the public area like this, right? Looking at everybody. Uska ek rule hota hai. Agar aap kabhi bhi, if you are speaking in a large public forum, you can speak like this. Look at this side of the room, look at that side of the room. Move and keep looking on the other sides of the room. What it allows you to do is it allows you to connect with the entire room. But move around. Sir, how are you doing today? Well. Connect with your audience. Even in a boardroom presentation, okay, you might not be able to move. देख तो सकते हैं ना सबको. Eye contact, right? Internal, external distractions. आज breakfast में क्या मिलने वाला है? कोई बात कर रहा है मुझसे. I am mentally in the meal time. So did I put off my keys in the morning before I came here? Distractions. These are the things that help us, or rather, they don't help us to listen to people. That we are not taught. We have to ingrain it in ourselves. Make a conscious effort. Keep an open mind. नहीं, but मुझे तो पता है ये ऐसे ही होना चाहिए. Always keep an open mind. Listen to the other person. The thing I was talking about, kindness, right? Silence. I think sir ने बोला था पहले, silence बहुत important है. And it's one of the greatest tools that you can have, the power to listen to someone with so much intent that you are not interrupting them. वो उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत लगती है, by the way, बहुत काम करना पड़ता है listening with somebody on silence. And always say thank you sir, अपने आए यहाँ पे, thank you for sharing your thought. All these things are very important. Okay, now tools for listening. I'm going to share these, but I need a volunteer. Sir, you had volunteered, right? So this is a tool for listening. How can we listen? Hi, Shifali. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. May I have you? Nirmal, hi Nirmal. So what do you do, Nirmal? Oh, so you... Oh, interesting. So why don't you share something about the new laws that come out? What do you think about them?
Recently, government has introduced e-invoicing, wherein you have to upload your invoices in real-time basis.
Right. Okay, so what did we do? Whatever he was saying, I was repeating it back to him to show that I'm listening. Thank you. That is called paraphrasing. Then asking questions, asking more questions so that they talk more. Giving them regular feedback. अभी कैसे कर रहे थे? Okay, shaking your head. Oh, really? Oh, is that so? These are all regular feedbacks. Listen. Okay. All right. And then summarizing. Towards the end, whatever that conversation has been, you can summarize it. All right. So we've done this. We did the visiting card activity. We did the handshake. We have done body language. I've shown you how पीछे हाथ नहीं रखेंगे. हाथ हम हमेशा आगे रखेंगे. Palms need to always be visible. When we are speaking also, if you speak with your palms open, it shows that I am happy to listen. If we talk like this with people, हम बच्चों को कैसे शांत करते हैं? नीचे नहीं रखेंगे हम हाथ. Unless then it's like this. I'm so happy to have you open arms. Okay. And with that, we come to the end of the presentation. If there are any questions, you can ask me now. I'll share the entire slide.
First item, you are giving us unknown because so Sharif, can you throw some light on that?
Right. So the rules will remain same, right? Smile, make eye contact, keep your cameras on to make eye contact, right? Use the power of your voice. If you camera, आवाज तो निकाल सकते हैं ना हम, right? Use the power of your voice. Show that you are interested in that conversation. Right? The minute you ask questions that are relevant, you know the other person knows that you are genuine. either blurred out or it's a plain background, right? Don't have distractions. Because again, the thing is you need to be mindful of the other person. Family hai, everything is happening. Can we be mindful in our own ways? Right? So think about those aspects that you can incorporate by interacting, by using your voice, by
Ask help from a certain person calling or not replying. So what should be your approach? Like you should remind him, follow up, or you should just back out?
you can do either, depending on your rapport with the. If you have a good rapport with the person, wait for maybe a week's time if they don't respond. As a gentle reminder, if it's a person that you have no right? Tomorrow, if I just randomly reach out to any image consultant who are not first build a rapport. Rapport building, I showed you how we do that.
Thank you, Ms. Shaifali, today's first speaker. The session was very interactive and whatever the important lessons we have learned. Sanju sir, today we had a topic to explore the power of your image. Being a chartered accountant, we are very much confident in the execution part. But when it comes on the presentation part, so there are many things to learn. So we considering this, today we kept a sessions on this particular topic. So thank you very much, Shaifali madam, for enlightening us a very important part. Now, to recognize the presence and to welcome the dignitaries with a round applause, we have with us Central Council member C.S. Sushil Goyal ji. He is from the Eastern region. Welcome, sir. We have another Central Council member, C.A. Piyush Bhai Chaje. He is from our own Western region. We welcome you, Piyush Bhai. We have with us past President ICICI Subodh Agarwal ji. We welcome you, Subodh Bhai. Thank you very much for joining us at our JP Nagar CP Study Circle. And the man behind this entire thing, our founder member, CA Sanjeev Maheshwari ji. Sanjeev ji, thank you very much to bring all the dignitaries at our JP Nagar CP Study Circle. So another program we planned, it was just to felicitate our Central Council member after the unfortunate death of our Sunil ji. We wanted a face who represent WRC, who represent JP Nagar in the center. And we are very much fortunate in this by-elections. We got our seat, and the CA Piyush Bhai is there as a CCM who is representing the Western region in the JP Nagar CP Circle Center. So thank you very much, Piyush Bhai. So now to introduce formally to the Piyush Bhai and to take these sessions further, I would like to invite our Deputy Convener, CA Purvi Bagaria ji, to formally introduce the Piyush Bhai. Yeah.
Very good morning to all of you. Good morning. Thank you, Jayesh Bhai, for giving me this opportunity of introducing CA Piyush Bhai Suharan Rajiv Chajar. As such, he does not require a lot of introduction here at JP Nagar Study Circle, but for the benefit of all, I would like to introduce him briefly. He has more than 2 decades of experience as a chartered accountant. Also, he has done his DISA along with CA. He's a senior partner at Mrs. Chartered and Joseph Chartered Accountants, which was established in 1964 by late CA SP Charterjee, who was a past president of ICAI. He's an expert at tax litigations and advisory, and he's also a speaker at various forums on various topics of direct taxes. He has been a member of the External Advisory Committee of the RBI for Asset Reconstruction. He is currently serving as a Central Council member of the ICAI. He's also been a co-opted member and a member of various committees of WIRC, the Direct Tax Committee members, Journal Committee, member of Professional Development Committee, to name a few. Apart from that, he's also been a member of the Direct Tax Committee of the Chamber of Tax Consultants. He is also a contributor to the WIRC publication on Vivad Se Vishwas scheme, the FAQs and charitable trust, and also a contributor to the WIRC publication on finance bills. He is also very socially engaged. He's the trustee of various trusts, including the Sri Vardhaman Jain Trust, the Jayabhai Memorial Trust, Sri June Lane Jain Trust, also the treasurer of Sri Vijay Himachal Suriji Kirti Stham, to name a few. And I would not take a lot of time further because it is a 5-page introduction, and I think I can stop here. I would now like to call upon CM Sanjeevji Maheshwari to take us further to the felicitation and the introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, Purvi.
Just 1 minute. Before you start your discussion,
Yes, sir, please. Sir, please.
So good morning, everyone. So at the outset, I must compliment Jayesh and Purvi for organizing this program. The one that I'm referring to is development of soft skills, because as chartered accountants, I think we spend too much of time only on the technical side and not really spending enough time, as Jayesh rightly said, in terms of improving our soft skills. And I think Shaifali has done an excellent job today. I'm sure that we will keep on having some more such programs for the benefit of our members. Friends, it's indeed a privilege that we have today. We have our own Central Council member, again from JB Nagar CP Study Circle, CA Piyush Shajirji with us. It's very rare that when a felicitation program of a member happens, of our study circle happens, that you have dignitaries, actually a sitting Central Council member coming from another region, right from Kolkata. He has just flown in today morning and will be going back in the afternoon. And also have the privilege of having a past president, Subodh Agarwalji, here with us. I think, of course, there is a lot to be said by Piyushji and I think Subodhji and Sushilji. But what I think is that as a Central Council member, when I look at all these three dignitaries here, past and present, I think there are a few qualities which actually is required to be a Central Council member and to perform successfully as a Central Council member. And one is the technical skills. You need to be good on the technical side, because it is only then that you understand really about a subject and possibly able to contribute at the council. Two is the vision for the profession. That if you have a vision that not be really looking backward, not be looking at the historical part of it, but where is the profession going to go forward? That's a second skill set that is extremely important for contributing at the Central Council. And I think that the third most important skill that is required is to be connected to the members, because only when your ears are connected to the members, you are able to know what are the problems of the practicing profession, of the members in industry, and then you are able to actually contribute to the profession in taking the right decisions. So there could be a lot of skill sets which would be required for being a successful council member. And I'm indeed glad that when I look at this dais, I find the skill sets in all the three members that I'm seeing here as part of the council, be it the past council member, just a quick word around the other dignitaries. As Subodhji is the past president of our institute, has been a very energetic and a dynamic president. He is one of the most sought after speakers on the subject of insolvency code, bankruptcy code today. He speaks at IBBI, he speaks at IIIPI, he speaks at across the country on all forums. And I think the kind of depth and knowledge that he has is immense. And it's a matter of pride that we have you here with us, Subodhji. Welcome to this. The current Central Council member is a senior council member in the institute. He is in his third term. And Sushil Goyalji is a very soft, sober, and simple person in terms of he is probably what Shaifali was just talking about, a very active listener. He listens to everybody and then speaks, and I think he speaks a lot of sense when he opens his mouth, and I think that's his great quality. But very, very importantly, he's a renowned subject specialist in GST. And I'm not sure how many of you are regular beneficiaries of his WhatsApp messages daily. It's only one line which actually comes on GST, one precise point. So you can actually really focus on that, because if there's too much of knowledge actually coming in, it's very difficult for people to follow. But every day you would only find one single line item which actually explains GST. And if those of you who are not beneficiary of that, I would really recommend that should become a member of his WhatsApp group. Maybe Sushilji, maybe you should share your number so maybe they can be the beneficiaries. And the third, I think, is Piyushi has been a very dear friend of not only each one of us here, but also the friend of our study circle. And this relationship and friendship is, I would say, is actually a second generation. Our study circle, JB Nagar CP study circle, started way back in 1999. And in that year, in the first year itself, courtesy our LS Lodaji, he was instrumental in getting SP Chajar Sahab for our meeting here. We used to have meetings in our JB Nagar college, and he did come and speak on the subject of ethics, and he was a man extremely respected across all fraternity, I would say. One of the most respected members. And even today, maybe almost now after 22, 23 years of his presidency, maybe around that, he's still discussed in very high esteem all across. And that is the genre that we see in Piyush Shajad also. Technically a very, very strong person. We have been in discussions offline also, and his detailed knowledge in terms of taxation is phenomenal. His representations in tribunal on the academic side, he's taking his firm to the next level. Is phenomenal, but most importantly, he's well connected with all the members here, and I see a lot of happiness in terms of, you know, one more member of our JB Nagar CP study circle representing our profession at the Central Council. Usually, I have only one advice to you, being a past Central Council member from this very study circle, is that I have been a beneficiary of capturing the views here. So we have generally in this study circle, we have 2 sessions, but between these 2 sessions, there is a break. And that break is the most important break for any Central Council member, to be there with the people, connect with them, because people find it far more convenient to speak on one-to-one basis about the challenges that they're facing in the profession, the grievances they have, or the support that they need. And that helps building us our view also, as I was saying earlier, to take it to the council in terms of what should be the view in terms of a particular subject matter kind of a thing. I would really recommend that if you can keep on attending this JB Nagar CP study circle meetings periodically and give the members a benefit or a chance of interacting with you on a more regular basis, it would be great. With this, I would like to now move forward and request our past president Subodh Agarwalji to please come forward and share his views. Subodhji, welcome.
Good morning, dosto. Though I am a trace passer, I was not scheduled, and I'm sorry that I'm in not formal dress because I was scheduled to have my breakfast at Sanjeev. But then शायद भाभी ने उसको डांटा होगा कि क्या सुबह सुबह बुला लेते हो, होटल में ले जाओ. So he thought it fit कि चलो अपने होटल में ले चलते हैं. तो सांप भी मर गया, लाठी भी नहीं टूटी. वो बिहार में एक कहावत होती है. तो वो चीज हुआ. एनीवे, अपने को तो खाने से मतलब और दोस्त के साथ में रहने से मतलब है. और एक के बदले 100 दोस्त मिले, ये सबसे अच्छी बात है. थैंक यू संजीव जी. और मैं भाभी को बोलूंगा कि ऐसे ही आपको डाटा करे और हमें 100 दोस्तों से मिलने का मौका मिले. जेबी स्टडी सर्किल जो है, ये पूरी दुनिया में, शायद भारत में सभी जानते हैं कि जेबी स्टडी सर्किल है. इसके नाम, तेरे नाम के चर्चे हर जवान पे, क्योंकि ये इतनी एक्टिव और प्रोफेशनलिज्म है. मैं पहले भी यहाँ पर आया हूँ एज शायद वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, और प्रेसिडेंट में जब था तब भी आप लोगों ने बुलाया था मेरे को, और मेरे को इस योग्य समझा कि मैं आपके बीच में आके अपने विचार आदान प्रदान करूँ. लोधा जी से उस समय मुलाकात हुई थी. जहां तक अब अपने बात पे आते हैं छाजर जी की, मैं आई पास इन 89, मैं पैदा जब हुआ था तब छाजर जी ने अपनी कंपनी बनाई थी 64 में. छाजर जी जब प्रेसिडेंट थे, हम उस समय बड़े आलूफ रहा करते थे. इश्यू क्या है, प्रेसिडेंट क्या है, काउंसिल मेंबर कौन है, हम ध्यान नहीं रखते थे. लेकिन छाजर जी प्रेसिडेंट हैं, वो इसलिए याद रहता था कि वो प्योर जैन थे. उनको बाहर का होटल का खाना नहीं बनता था, तो वो किसी जैन को खोजते थे कि भैया मेरा खाना जो है तुम्हारे घर से आना चाहिए. तो उनका जब कलकत्ते में उनका भ्रमण होता होगा तब वो खाना जो है किसी के घर से बन के जाता था. तो ये क्या हमारी पहचान थी. बट 2003-4 में पहली बार रीजनल काउंसिल इलेक्शन लड़ा था. उसके पहले आई एम सॉरी कि मेरे को कुछ भी नहीं मालूम था कि इंस्टीट्यूट में क्या होता है. लेकिन जब अंदर घुसा तो एक मेरे में क्वालिटी थी, 2 क्वालिटी जो संजीव ने मेरे बारे में बोली कि काउंसिल मेंबर में होनी चाहिए. विजन एंड टेक्निकल में 0 था, तो 10वां रैंक आया था. वो तो क्या कोई भी पढ़ के पास करके 10वां रैंक ला सकता है. बट कनेक्ट विद द मेंबर्स, मैं बोलूंगा कि मैं नंबर 1 में हूँ, आज भी नंबर 1 में हूँ. और पीयूष को मैंने अभी ऑब्जर्व किया है. पीयूष ने particularly after getting elected, he is bombarding in LinkedIn and in Facebook also. Fantastic. I mean, why we have taken up this responsibility, I'll say responsibility, भागने के लिए नहीं. अगर आपने जानबूझ के लिया है, पीयूष को मैं याद हो, पीयूष आपसे मैंने होटल ग्रैंड में मिला था जब इलेक्शन के पहले, प्रोबेबली सीएफओ मीट था उस दिन. मैं सीएफओ मीट के लिए नहीं आया था, बट वो आप सीएफओ मीट से निकल के आए और मैं उसी होटल में ठहरा हुआ था. उस दिन पहली बार मतलब आंख के सामने में से बहुत बार मिले थे. तब जाके मैंने कहा पीयूष है और ये छाजर जी का लड़का है. तो 12वीं में पोजीशन में था, तो मेरे को थोड़ा तो हर आदमी को लगता है ना कि यार 12वीं पे रहे क्या, तो कोई ना कोई तो 12 पे रहेगा. लेकिन भगवान की मर्जी थी कि दाने दाने पे लिखा खाने वाले का नाम मेरा. आज आपके यहाँ खाने पे मेरा नाम लिखा था, तो मैं कैसे संजीव किया जाता. पीयूष का नाम लिखा हुआ था इस बार 11वीं सीट पे, तो ठीक है, कोई कारण से निकला. सुनील जी मेरे बहुत अच्छे मित्र हैं, मैं उनकी कंपनी में डायरेक्टर भी हूँ. लेकिन भगवान को मर्जी थी कि पीयूष जी को आना है, और जो भी था वो हुआ. दोस्तों, कनेक्ट विद मेंबर्स. अगर आप अपने मेंबर से कनेक्ट करते हैं ना, तो टेक्निकल अपने आप आता है. मैं चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हूँ. नोबडी कैन बीट चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट टेक्निकली. हम लोग कहते हैं ना, हम एक ही चीज में कमजोर होते हैं. जहां आज मैडम ने जो लेक्चर दिया वो है वाक पटुता, बात करने का, कैसे कम्युनिकेट करने का, कैसे, क्योंकि हमारा जो कोर्स है वो डिस्टेंस लर्निंग है. इट्स नॉट अ कैंपस लर्निंग. वी ऑलवेज से दैट वेयर वी आर लैकिंग, दैट इज वी आर नॉट कैंपस लर्निंग. एंड प्रोबेबली इसीलिए इंस्टीट्यूट ने, संजीव अपने समय में काफी काम करके जीएमसीज को और कैसे इम्प्रोवाइज किया जाए, सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस कैसे नए नए लेके आया जाए. जैसे अभी 2 सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस प्रोबेबली भी एक्टिव है, और कलकत्ता में भी सुशील भाई और रंजीत भाई मिलके एक सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस और भी बना रहे हैं. और पीयूष भी चले गए तो और नया सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस बनाएंगे. इसके अलावा अब हम में भी जागरूकता आ गई है. हमारी जो नई जनरेशन आ रही है वो अपने स्कूल कॉलेज में भी ये इसको, क्योंकि हमको आज के दिन में मालूम कि आप टेक्निकली कितने भी स्ट्रांग हो, अगर आप में कम्युनिकेशन स्किल नहीं है, उसको अपने थोड़ा सा जोड़ लेते हैं. मार्केटिंग, कम्युनिकेशन एंड मार्केटिंग गो साइड बाय साइड. आप उसको अच्छे रूप में बोलेंगे, कम्युनिकेशन बोलेंगे, थोड़ा सा उसको गलत बोलेंगे, यार मार्केटिंग कर रहा है. So you can't, there is a very thin line difference. You can't make it out कि ये क्या thin line difference है. So I'm not very technically strong. CA पास कर गया मतलब strong हूँ. मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ, कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ. बोलो क्या करने का है. राजीव गांधी से दोस्ती करनी है, मैं करके आ सकता हूँ. राहुल गांधी से दोस्ती करनी मैं करके आ सकता हूँ, क्योंकि मैं टेक्निकली स्ट्रांग हूँ. I have got that mindset. क्यों कि जैसे हम बिहार से आए थे, हिंदी बोलते थे, अंग्रेजी बोलना नहीं आता था. लेकिन जब सीए भी बन गया तब भी अंग्रेजी बोलना नहीं आता, लेकिन आपके बीच में खड़े हैं ना जी। और हमने बड़े बड़े लोगों से मिलकर, उसमें कॉन्फिडेंस ये होता था कि मैं पढ़ा लिखा हूँ। एक जो लोग कहते हैं कि इंडिया की सबसे टफेस्ट एक एजुकेशन है, वो मैंने पास किया है। तो हमने पास किया है, तो ये क्या बात ही तो करनी है। एक टाइम पे लालू यूज्ड टू गो टू IIM एंड टीच देम, सो व्हाई नॉट वी। तो कारण है कि टेक्निकल अपने है, हमारे पास में टेक्निकल सभी में है, संजीव भाई सब में है। संजीव तो खैर खजाना है, ASB का चेयरमैन था तो वैसे भी वो खजाना ही था एंड वो गलती से वो मेरा सबसे अच्छा दोस्त बन गया काउंसिल में, ये गलती हो गई और विजन है। मैं पीयूष जो आया है और काउंसिल में, आई एम वेरी हैप्पी कि एक अच्छा कंट्रीब्यूट, एक अच्छा एसेट, अच्छी एसेट जो है इंस्टीट्यूट को मिली है। कॉम्प्लीमेंट टू पीयूष, एंड आई एम श्योर विथ योर टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड and all your strong background, you will be contributing huge, and the institute will be immensely benefited. I wish all the best to Piyush Sajak. Thank you very much.
So now, without taking much time, I would like to invite our Central Council member, CA Sushil Goyal ji, to share his views.
Good morning. This is indeed a great pleasure that I am attending felicitation program of Piyush Sajak, my younger brother. I used to call him. खाली फर्क इतना है कि वो 45 का, मैं 54 का हूँ. And पीयूष के बारे में मैं आपसे कुछ कहूँ तो गलती होगी मेरी, लेकिन फिर भी मैं कुछ कहना चाहूँगा कि वो humbleness उसके अंदर जितनी है, he always whenever he speak, भाई साहब कैसे हैं, या he gives so much respect to all. It is not only Sushil, all council member, and very caring personality, I can say, whether all of you have noticed it or not, but I personally noticed that he is very caring personality. और जो शेफाली जी आपको जितने घंटे में पढ़ाई, अगर वो आप पीयूष जी के साथ कुछ समय बिताएंगे तो सीख जाएंगे. वो is always a good listener and very attentive. I never found him कि इधर उधर कुछ कर रहे हैं या मोबाइल देख के आपसे बात कर रहे हैं. Never I found कि whenever he is listening you, he is listening you. So thank you JV Study Circle for sending him to the council. और जो वो 12 नंबर की बात और 11 नंबर की बात सुबोध जी कर रहे थे, मतलब दुखद घटना हुई, सुनील जी नहीं रहे, तो काउंसिल में बहुत देर तक डिस्कशन हुआ कि हमें इलेक्शन क्यों करना है. Why not we choose the 12th person and that should be, कितने करोड़ रुपए लग गए होंगे और सबको कितनी परेशानी हुई. और फिर वो नहीं हुआ तो कम से कम बॉम्बे को ये डिसाइड करना चाहिए था कि पीयूष भाई को भेज रहे हैं, बाकी कोई नॉमिनेशन, मतलब बॉम्बे या वेस्टर्न रीजन को और कोई नॉमिनेशन ही ना करे. बट नहीं हो पाया, लेकिन सबको पता था कि सीट किसके लिए बनी है या कौन डिजर्व करता है. तो वो और वोट के नंबर से भी ये क्लियर हुआ, ऐसा नहीं कि खाली मैं बोल रहा हूँ या ऐसा है. तो वोट के नंबर से भी ये क्लियर हो गया कि पीयूष भाई डिजर्व करते थे और पीयूष भाई को सीट मिली. काउंसिल में बहुत जल्दी ही ये एजेंडा आने वाला है कि इस ऐसा फ्यूचर में ना हो कभी, लेकिन अगर हो जाता है तो जो नेक्स्ट पोजीशन है उसको ये सीट दे दी जाए और ये इलेक्शन के प्रोसेस से हम अपने आप को बचा सकें. और छाजेड़ जी के बारे में नहीं कहूंगा तो हम नए सीए पास हुए थे और एक प्रतिभा, वो जब स्टेज पे आते थे कलकत्ता में, कई बार उनका आना हुआ प्रेसिडेंट से वाइस प्रेसिडेंटशिप में, तो देख के लगता था कि हाँ कुछ रुआबदार आदमी है. उनका बैकअप, वो ड्रेसिंग भी वैसे ही होती थी. तो उनसे भी एक ब्लड में ऑलवेज आई सीन हिम एज ए पर्सन हु हैव विजन, हु हैज डेडिकेशन, कि जो कुछ बोल रहे हैं तो वो टेबल ठोक के बोलने वाली बात रहती थी. बाकी आप लोग ज्यादा जानते होंगे उनके बारे में. तो छाजेड़ जी के बारे में इतना ही रखता हूँ. तो थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू. और मैं तो यहाँ, वो जैसे सुबोध जी बताए कि इधर से उधर जा रहे थे, मैं तो अभी भोपाल से उतरा ही था एयरपोर्ट पे, तो
पीयूष को बोला गुड मॉर्निंग, जगह ढूंढ रहा था कि कहाँ जाके नाश्ता करूं। तो पीयूष का फोन आया, इन द मीन टाइम संजीव भाई को भी ट्राई कर रहा था, तो कोइंसिडेंट दोनों जगह से एक साथ इनवाइट आ गए, तो मैं 2 इनवाइट पे हूँ, तो 2 ब्रेकफास्ट लूंगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर गिविंग मी दिस।
So now before we invite Piyush Bhai, would like to present the memento to the today's dignitaries. Yeah, please.
मैडम चाहती है कि जो मैं काउंसिल में कुछ एक्टिविटी कर रहा हूँ उसके बारे में कुछ बताऊं। एक तो अभी कॉल सहायता बोल के हमने एक सेंटर शुरू किया है, ICI कॉल सहायता, 9975 नंबर है। इस प्रोग्राम के बाद ट्राई कीजिएगा, आज संडे है, बंद रहेगा। आप डायल करोगे तो बोलेगा वो कि हम कब मिलेंगे, ऐसा नहीं है कि आप ट्राई करते रहोगे और वो बताएगा आपको कि आप सोमवार से शनिवार सुबह 9 बजे से रात 9 बजे तक हमारी सेवा ले सकते हैं। और काफी कोशिश के बाद काउंसिल मेंबर 6-7 काउंसिल मेंबर ने मिलके, यहाँ प्रीति सावला डिप्टी कन्वीनर है उस ग्रुप की, तो सबने मिलके इसे बनाया है। अब ये बीटा वर्जन में लॉन्च किया गया है ताकि ट्रायल चल रहा है, और 21 तारीख को लॉन्च हुआ था अपने वर्ल्ड कांग्रेस में। तो 9975 11,30,000 मेंबर एंड स्टूडेंट को सर्व कर रहा है, और नॉन मेंबर भी उसमें कॉल कर सकते हैं। ऐसा नहीं कि कोई स्टूडेंट ज्वाइन करना चाहता है तो कॉल नहीं कर सकता, लेकिन हमारा टारगेट पहले इनको सर्व करना है। एक 80 लोगों की टीम है, 80 कॉल एग्जीक्यूटिव बोलते हैं उनको, कॉलर एग्जीक्यूटिव, उसकी टीम नोएडा में बैठी हुई है और अभी तक स्मूथली चल रहा है। और आप भी प्लीज ट्राई करें, क्योंकि बीटा वर्जन हम क्यों लॉन्च करते हैं कि हम चाहते हैं कि आप फीडबैक दो कि उसमें क्या इंप्रूवमेंट हो सकता है। कोई भी तरह आपको ICI में कुछ भी जानना है तो वो आपको हेल्प करेंगे। हाँ, ये सिंगल नंबर, दिस इज नेशनल कॉल सेंटर बेसिकली, उसको अगर आप बोलेंगे नेशनल हेल्पलाइन। और वो अगर आदमी है, हम ये भी एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि वो सबका जवाब वो नहीं दे पाएगा तो टिकट रेज करेगा, फिर आपको SMS आ जाएगा कि आपका टिकट नंबर ये है और इतने दिन में आपका रिजोल्यूशन हो। पूरी हायरार्की बनाई गई है, काफी सिस्टमेटिक, क्योंकि संजीव भाई बताएंगे कि कॉल सेंटर बनाने की कोशिश कई बार हुई, तो मैं थोड़ा डरा हुआ था और बहुत सावधानी से काम कर रहा था कि इसे इस बार फेल ना हो। तो करीब जो 3 महीने का काम था वो हमने 8 महीने में पूरा किया। तो टिकट रेज करेगा, आपको टिकट नंबर मिलेगा, SMS पे आ जाएगा, और फिर वहाँ बनाया हुआ है कि ऑफिसर अगर नहीं करता तो प्रेसिडेंट के टेबल पे भी वो 8 दिन बाद चली जाएगी टिकट, कि इतनी टिकट पेंडिंग हो गई, 8 दिन में रिजोल्व नहीं हुई। तो उस टाइप से मैकेनिज्म डेवलप किया गया और सारे नंबर, जितने भी तरह के नंबर, उसमें मर्ज कर दिए जाएंगे। जैसे SSP हेल्प डेस्क एक नंबर था तो वो इसमें मर्ज हो गया है। तो धीरे धीरे हम फेज मैनर में सब चीजें मर्ज भी कर रहे हैं। और सुबोध जी ने बताया जैसे उनके बारे में, संजीव भाई GMCS से काफी जुड़े हुए थे, संजोग से मेरा भी वहाँ जुड़ाव काफी है। GMCS की क्वालिटी इंप्रूवमेंट के लिए, क्योंकि पिछले 2 साल से बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज ऑपरेशन में मैं चेयरमैन हूँ, और उसकी क्वालिटी इंप्रूवमेंट के लिए हम बहुत कोशिश कर रहे हैं, बच्चों पे भी ट्राई कर रहे हैं और फैकल्टीज के साथ भी वर्क कर रहे हैं। मैंने बायोमेट्रिक्स लगवाए पूरे देश में। बच्चों की अटेंडेंस का इशू था कि लोग फॉल्स अटेंडेंस दे रहे हैं, बच्चे आते ही नहीं है, तो बायोमेट्रिक्स आने और जाने दोनों पे लगाया था। तो वो कोविड की वजह से थोड़ा डिस्टर्ब हो गया, उसे फिर से रीस्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। और हम फैकल्टी को फुल टाइम ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं। आज के दिन हम क्लास को जूम पे टेलीकास्ट करते हैं और कोई भी ICI ऑफिसर उस जूम लिंक को लेके उस फैकल्टी को देख सकता है और देख रहा है कि वो फैकल्टी क्लास में कर क्या रही है। तो ये ऑब्जर्वेशन जारी है, अभी पूरे इंडिया में भी एक साथ इम्प्लीमेंट हो पाए। हम इसे धीरे धीरे हर रीजन में 100 फैकल्टी पे करके कर रहे हैं। वो जिन फैकल्टी की रैंकिंग पुअर आ रही है, पहले वहां से शुरू किया, नीचे से शुरू किया है, तो धीरे धीरे इस पे चल रहा है। और हम ऐसा नहीं कि उनको हटाना चाह रहे हैं, हम जो भी फीडबैक आती है फैकल्टी से शेयर करते हैं, दुनिया से शेयर नहीं करते, और फैकल्टी को मौका देते हैं कि इम्प्रूव करें। तो ये छोटी छोटी चीजें चल रही हैं। बाकी GST वगैरह सब, ये CDS जैसे है वो, दैट इज सेंट्रलाइज्ड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम। जब मैं काउंसिल में आया तो मुझे लगा कुछ करना चाहिए, तो एक बड़ा डिसीजन हुआ काउंसिल में, और सारे सेल्स काउंटर बंद हो गए। इंडिया के जितने सेल्स काउंटर, पहले हम 100-150 जगह पे किताबें रखते थे और लोगों का इंतजार करते थे कि आके किताब ले, नहीं लेते थे तो हम फेंक देते थे वो किताबों को, स्क्रैप करते थे, और 2 करोड़ रुपए की किताबें हर साल स्क्रैप होती थी। और 165 लोकेशन पे हम 150 लोकेशन पे हमारे गोडाउन थे, गोडाउन का किराया और मेंटेनेंस, और 150 लोकेशन पे कम से कम 2 ऑफिसर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन एंड स्टॉक और पेमेंट और कलेक्शन में लगे रहते थे। तो ये सारा बंद होने के बाद करीब 10 करोड़ रुपए साल का बच रहा है। और आपको किताब उसमें से 6 करोड़ फिर मैंने वापस ले लिया इंस्टीट्यूट से, बताऊंगा कैसे लिया। आपको किताब आप क्लिक ऑफ बटन पे 3 दिन से 4 दिन में नॉर्मली आपकी किताब घर पे डिलीवर हो रही है। और फिर उसमें जब लॉन्च हुआ तो फिर काउंसिल का डिसीजन था कि हम कुरियर चार्ज लेंगे। तो फिर अगेन मुझे जब सीडीएस की जिम्मेवारी दी गई 2 साल पहले, तो मैंने पहला मुद्दा काउंसिल में लगाया कि ये कुरियर चार्ज नहीं होना चाहिए। आपको अगर किताब की वैल्यू बढ़ानी है, आप नहीं बियर कर पा रहे हो तो बढ़ाओ, लेकिन मेंबर को ये फील नहीं होना चाहिए कि मुझे कुरियर अलग से देना है। तो फिर आया डाटा, तो डाटा आया कि 6 करोड़ रुपए कुरियर का कलेक्शन हो रहा है, तो वो चला जाएगा। तो मैं बोला चला जाएगा तो चला जाएगा, आप 10 करोड़ बचा रहे हो, मेंबर से ही ले रहे हो तो अच्छा नहीं है। तो फिर काउंसिल ने डिसाइड किया कि ठीक है, विदाउट कुरियर चार्जेस। कुरियर चार्ज हटाने के बाद हमारी सेल्स 3 टाइम बढ़ गई। किसी को भी किताब ऑर्डर करनी है तो आपको ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर करनी है और एमआरपी पे आपके घर पे डिलीवर, जो भी उसमें प्राइस होता है एमआरपी के। इंस्टीट्यूट में जो किताबें बाहर 5,000 की मिलती है, हमारे यहाँ पर 1,000 रुपये ही प्राइस होता है। जीएसटी का पब्लिकेशन की अगर बात करें तो इंडिया का बेस्ट पब्लिकेशन है, मनीष भाई वाउच करेंगे, इंडिया का बेस्ट पब्लिकेशन है जीएसटी पे, वो है बैकग्राउंड मटेरियल ऑन जीएसटी, और वो 1,000 रुपये में, और उतनी मोटी किताब किसी भी राइटर की आप लोग तो 5,000 से कम की नहीं प्राइस है। तो वो उतनी भी इंस्टीट्यूट सीडीएस के माध्यम से डिलीवर हो रही, तो एक बड़ी बात। थैंक यू। मैं बोलता रहूंगा, 7 साल का कारनामा 7 साल में लग जाएंगे बताने में, लेकिन काउंसिल में काम हो रहा है, बस इतना ही है। आपको कहीं भी लगे तो सोशल मीडिया पे लिखने के बजाय किसी काउंसिल मेंबर से कांटेक्ट करें, उसे बताएं तो जरूर उसमें रिजल्ट आएगा। लेकिन ऐसा नहीं सोचें कि आज आपने बताया कल से ये सिस्टम बदल जाना चाहिए। सीडीएस लगाने में मुझे 1 साल लगा कन्विंस करने में, कॉल सेंटर बनाने में 12 साल लग गए। 12 साल पहले ये इंस्टीट्यूट ने मुद्दा लिया था कि कॉल सेंटर बनना चाहिए। तो काम चल रहा होता है, समय लगता है। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Sushil ji. We really appreciate all your efforts and hard work for our betterment of our profession and the members. Thank you very much. Now, before we invite Central Council member CA Piyush Shajay ji to present the memento and to felicitate all the dignitaries, first I would like to invite NM Jain sir, C. Chintan Shah, and C. Anil Sharma ji to felicitate Sushil ji. They will present the memento with a round applause. We will present the flower bouquet. Now I would like to invite past chairman WRC, our founder member, C. Manish ji Gadia, C. Harsh Bajaj ji, our past convener, and our past convener, C. Seema Mehta madam, to felicitate the past president ICICI Subodh Agarwal ji. Now to present the flower bouquet and the memento to our Central Council member and to felicitate our beloved CCM CA Piyush Bhai Chajay, I would like to invite our founder member, past chairman WRC, our own member Sri Sanjeev Maheshwari ji, LS Lodha ji, our pillar, Sir Amar ji, to present the memento in the flower to our beloved CCMC Piyush Bhai Chache. Yeah, Sanjeev Bhai is our past CCM, and the role today Sanjeev Bhai has played. Thank you very much, Sanjeev Bhai. And truly today is the surprise visit, rather. So thank you for that. Now we can understand it's little late, but now without listening our Piyush Bhai. So now we'll hand over it to Piyush Bhai.
Good morning. Thank you very much. On the dais, Jayesh Thakkar, convener, deputy convener Purvi Bagheria, Central Council member, my senior Central Council member Sushilji Goyal, regional council member PKG Kedia, the illustrious past president Subodhji Agarwal, speaker for the day Shaifali Singh. Of the dais, my again senior Central Council member past Sri Sanjeevji Maheshwari, the regional council member, the past chairman of WIRC, Shrimani Gadia, Galaxy's founders of this study circle, Galaxy of the past conveners, members of the core group committee, and seniors in the profession, esteemed members of the JB Nagar study circle, ladies and gentlemen. I'm speechless, really, to be felicitated by your own study circle, where you started your career. Basically, I'm also part of this core committee group, which you missed it in introduction. That's more important introduction for me. It was not coming in that, but I'm the member of the core committee group. I have delivered a lot of taxes. I think so most of members I've interacted with them when I speak on direct tax generally. But you become a speechless when you are felicitated by your own study circle, which is like a family for you. And you interact with daily in and daily out. And I'm really speechless on that. It's a very moment of a pride for you when your own study circle felicitate you on being elected as the Central Council member. Yes, I got elected by this by-elections, which was an historic by-elections, and I was fortunate enough to get an historic first preference vote, historic quota also, because by-elections generally have a very high quotas. And I could get that, which would have not been possible without the support of each and every member sitting in this room who are not present over here of this JB Nagar Study Circle. And I thank you each and every member from my bottom of my heart for your support and in accomplishing my objective of being there. And now it would be my endeavor, as mentioned by Sanjeev Bhai, one of my endeavor would be to complete my vision, which I had set for this Central Council. Of course, I am from the technical side. So after swearing in as a Central Council member on 18th of October, I was given a responsibility by being a member of the various technical committees. So I got an opportunity to be part of Board of Studies, SSCB, which deals with Soft Skill Enrichment Board. And we have a chairman with us. So Shaifali ji, as I mentioned, our chairman Sushil Goyal is doing a lot of work in developing soft skills of these students, basically. And he has done such a big conferences in last 10 days, wherein he has touched more than 20,000 students in last 10 days with the seminars in Bhubaneswar, Bhopal, Mumbai, Indore, and so many, Hyderabad. He's doing a wonderful job in developing the students we are developing for the members. But I think so institute under his leadership is making an endeavor that the students should develop these soft skills in the initial part itself. And therefore, also there are a lot of changes in the program of ITT, orientation course, and MCS is also been done. And I believe when I was part of BOS in last 2 months, which I've been seeing, that certain examination also may come with the new course coming in for the CRED, wherein after this course is over, they will be actually tested on an examination, maybe on an objective or MCQ basis. So at least to ensure that these students are serious about it. what is happening is that a lot of people are telling that MCS हो रहा है लेकिन उससे improvement नहीं आ रहा है. Possibly there is no seriousness about it, and that's what Sushil bhai has taken on the task. Coming to obviously on the institute side, he has updated. I have a last 2 months experience because I was part of, as soon as I joined the council, I was sworn in, I was taken as a member of the organizing committee of WCOA, and last 1 month we were concentrating on that. I was fortunate enough to be part of that. That is what we call Olympic of Accountants, and everybody knows, whosoever has witnessed this or you have heard about it. It was an historic event. It was done very beautifully. 7,000 registrations were there, 3,000 virtually. So more than 10,000 people attended that WCO, and registrations from more than representatives from more than 100 countries were present over there. So I was fortunate to be part of that. It happens once in the 4 years, and for India, it has happened after 100 years. It is for the first time. Once in the 118 years, we got this opportunity, and I've been part of the council, part of the committee for this organizing committee. I did get an exposure to that. Coming to other sides, I'm also part of AASB, what we call Auditing and Assurance Standard Boards, and now I'm working on a part of that group, which is working on revision of guidance note on audit of the banks. I believe in the month of Jan end or the initial of the February, the new revised edition should come in. A lot of activities is happening, and because being on a technical side and legal side over a period of time, gotten as a member of the various technical bodies like BOS, both sides, that is academic and operations, AASB, what we call Auditing and Assurance Standards Board, Accounting Standard Board, Ethical Standard Boards, Direct Tax Committee. On Direct Tax Committee front, obviously, we have just now represented and given us suggestions, brief suggestions have been given to the ministry for the pre-budget, and the complete pre-budget memorandum would be submitted in the due course. So a lot of activities is happening on the institute side, and I'm fortunate to be part of it. And my vision would be that to take it forward. Institute is working quite hard on enhancing the image of a chartered accountants. If somebody has heard, which our president also mentioned this time, that the importance of the institute would be known by the dignity and the respect which its member actually carry, and not with the size and the power. This was also mentioned by our past president, and I think so all we council members are trying to work upon that, and that will be my endeavor also. So this are the main of the important activities which in last 2 months I could be part of it. Coming forward on the vision, obviously, I take a clue from Sanjeev bhai. Yes, it would be my endeavor, I assure you, to be connected with the members, and that's the most important. Unless and until I do agree that unless and until you are connected to individual members, and that to individual members across the India, it's not only Mumbai city which has the different requirements of the members, but in the rural areas in the western region compared to the other regions are again requirements are different. And it is my endeavor to connect with them and please get a feedback from them, so you can actually perform at the council, take it to the institute and try to improve upon that. I assure you, all the members, I would be available 24/7 for this. And if you have any issues with the institute, please do let me know. It will be my endeavor to take it with the institute and do to best of my ability. Thank you for that. Once again, I will, before parting, I would thank all my previous speakers for their kind words for me, Sanjay bhai, Subodhji, past president, and Sushil bhai, and the whole team. Thank you very much, and once again, thank you very much to each and every member of this particular study circle for reposing your confidence by electing me with the highest votes. I assure you that your votes will not go waste. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Before we break for the breakfast, and now to propose a hearty vote of thanks to the speaker and all the dignitaries, I would like to invite our Deputy Convener, CA Purvi Bagaria.
Thank you, Jayesh bhai, once again. It has been a eventful morning, Sunday morning. First of all, I would like to, on behalf of the JV Nagar Study Circle, I would like to thank all the dignitaries for sparing their time and enlightening us on their thoughts. I would like to thank CA Sushil G. Goyal, the CCM, CA Subodh G. Agarwal, who is the past president ICAI, all the other members, like all the other dignitaries, CA Hajar, CA Manish Paikaria, CA Venki Jekiria, and all the other dignitaries present here. Coming to today's session, Shaifali, I would like to propose a hearty vote of thanks for enlightening us on soft skills, for telling us how important it is to put effort on ourselves. We are bothered by how people behave with us when I think a lot of us, we forget that it is only on ourselves that we can work. So thank you for that. Thank you for teaching us the rules and the tools which will help us, guide us in our efforts for improving our communication, appearance, posture, gesture, and everything that you have taught us today. And thank you, all of you, for coming today on the Sunday morning, having this very interactive session. And today we have seen that all of you are so much interested, and we would like to have such sessions more often for the benefit of all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now we'll break for the breakfast just for 15 minutes. We'll back again. On the very important topic, it is on the GST. So, and all the core group members, we are requesting all the core group members to please join us for the group 4.